Hi everyone, we're going to be talking about self-compassion today. We're going to define self-compassion, discuss our self-critical voice, and discuss ways to engage in self-compassion. So why self-compassion? Through self-compassion, we can find peace in chaos. It can help us ground in the moment and be present, and it can help us more meaningfully connect with ourselves and with others. Compassion is defined literally as to suffer with. Therefore, compassion allows us to acknowledge the suffering of others, feel connected to others, and have understanding and kindness towards others. Rather than judge others, we provide support and validations towards others' suffering and see it as part of the human condition to struggle. We do not take pity on others, but rather understand that difficulties are a part of being human. Dr. Kristin Neff, in her seminal work, SelfCompassion, defines self-compassion as taking compassion inwards and identifies 3 core values and principles. First, Dr. Neff says that self-compassion is self-kindness instead of judgment. She says that self-compassion allows us to have warmth and understanding to our struggles rather than judgment, which results in us acknowledging that struggles, mistakes are a part of human life. Rather than avoiding them, we embrace our struggles, resulting in reduced frustration, which allows us to engage in practices that increase our well-being. Second, Dr. Kristin Neff says self-compassion is about common humanity instead of isolation. When we embrace our struggles and reduce frustration, we decrease irrational thinking that I am the only one struggling. Instead, we realize being mortal, vulnerable, imperfect is part of the human condition. We realize we all, not just I, struggle, which increases validation, cohesion, and connectedness. Finally, Dr. Neff says that self-compassion is about mindfulness instead of over-identification. So emotions accompany our struggles, such as sadness or anger. Instead of over-identifying with these emotions, which just pull us more into the emotion, and interacting with it negatively, such as suppression or exaggeration, mindfulness allows us to be open and honest with our emotions, resulting in increased awareness and movement towards coping with our struggles rather than being stuck with them. So let me ask, how many of you at some point have said this to yourself or thought this to yourself, right? Phrases such as, I don't know anything. I'm the only one who doesn't get it. No one understands me. I'm all alone. Why can't I deal with this problem? These harsh statements towards oneself are what we call the self-critical voice or mind. We all have a self-critical voice or mind, and sometimes it's been projected to us, and it shows up differently and to varying degrees for each of us. In times of significant distress, change, and uncertainty, such as COVID times, the voice might be particularly present and particularly strong. To combat this self-critical voice or mind, we can use self-compassion. So let's discuss some practices of self-compassion next. So the first practice of self-compassion is a self-compassion break. When you're feeling stressed out, overwhelmed, or sad, start by trying to take a self-compassion break. Okay, say this is a moment of suffering. Remind yourself that suffering is a part of living. I'm not alone. Ask, how can I care for myself right now? What do you need? And notice how your body and mind feels as you engage in this break. As always, you can repeat this self-compassion break as many times as you feel the need to do so. Another practice is a gratitude journal, right? Write down daily at least 5 things you're grateful for. And gratitude, remember, helps us keep perspective and focus on what is going well in life rather than purely focusing on our struggles. So ask yourself, what are you grateful for? Some other practices of self-compassion include 1. Developing a self-compassionate phrase or phrases, such as, may I believe in myself, may I have peace of mind, may I be kind to myself, may I remember that we're all human. And if it helps, place a hand on your heart as you say these phrases. 2. Practice loving kindness. Reflect on what you would say to others during a similar difficulty and say it to yourself. 3. Create a compassion figure. If it's difficult to say compassionate things to yourself, think of someone else, real or made up, that you can imagine saying these compassionate statements to you. 4. Visual representation. Write self-compassionate statements in places that you frequent, such as your bedroom wall, your mirror, your office. 5. Practice self-love, self-care by engaging in something you enjoy, such as meditation, getting a full night's rest, eating consistently, or engaging in your favorite hobby. 6. Converse between your self-critical voice and your self-compassionate voice. On one side of the paper, write the self-critical thought, and on the other side, the self-compassionate one. For example, if you have a self-critical thought such as, I'm a failure, I should be more productive than I am, you could combat that with a self-compassionate statement such as, it's been a difficult time with the pandemic, so it's okay for me to slow down and do less. My productivity does not equal my competency during a difficult time. Again, remember, self-compassion is not pretending mistakes did not occur or that things need to not be changed when they do, but it's giving yourself some kindness and flexibility rather than consistently criticizing yourself for being human. Focusing on self-compassion rather than self-criticism will increase your motivation and help you cope with struggles more effectively. As corny as this may sound, remember that self-compassion is a journey and not a destination. It's not an endpoint that you reach, but something that you continue to work on. So I want to wish you the best of luck on this journey. And if you need additional support, please utilize our Counseling Center services. For more information about our services, check out our website or call our office at 949-824-6457. Go Anteaters, Zon on.